And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You felt it the second this play bounced toward the outside, this defense responded. They pounced. That was their chance to get to him before he could get the couple inches he needed for a first down.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. So through a flurry of points, we have hit the 2-minute warning. The Titans in possession. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's in trouble, and the Chiefs bring him down. And they're going to have to regroup after this one. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back now, pressure on its way. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Chiefs will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Back to the well again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They'll throw on first. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Pass play now. Launches one deep downfield. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He's trying to go deep again. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. They crush him right along the 20. That is where their offense is going to take over. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Getting right back to it after that interception. Short pass brought in. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick 6 touchdown. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short fields, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes, and if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Back to the air, following the pick six. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Trying to find his tight end. And it sets up second down. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. From his own end zone, here we go. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Now talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate first down following that encroachment flag. That one's complete over the middle. Hit some space around midfield. Run down, and at the end he loses the football. It's knocked free. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Oh, man, what a big play. That is exactly how they were hoping it would go right up until the end.
Yeah, one of those rare plays where we could give a little hand to both sides. Executed perfectly offensively, beautiful yards after catch, but what about the effort to chase him down the field and surprise him and ultimately knock that ball free?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Flush down out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll throw it on first and goal. He's on the move. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, you got 2 more downs to try to find a first.
Throwing now from the gun. Forced out to his right. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Titans capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. Offense in the hurry up here. Here we go. 2nd and 9. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. They're going play action. Now they'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Here we go. 2nd and very long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Third and long for him here. Wilson's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll throw it again. Someone got a piece of that downfield throw, but it is caught anyway. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll try and punch it in. We'll score. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Defense had a chance to scheme it up, now lined up to defend this try. Trying for it on the ground. And that's into the end zone for 2 points. But I do see a flag down near the line, so let's see if this stands. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They're throwing it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
That throw behind his intended target.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Let's go. Dropping back to throw. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
They're going for this. He fires one deep down the left sideline. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Offense up to the line fast. Second and 8. And they pick him off again. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the gun here. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Throwing off the play fake here. Buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
And he's brought down for a loss. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here's a throw. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Working quickly here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Catch made underneath by the back. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 32. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Still sticking with the passing game. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
He lofts it deep left. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. And after that last-second score in the 3rd, we'll resume play with a kickoff. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go. Trap 60.
Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. Chased out. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB's still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets him 3, and this brings up 2nd and goal. Running for it again. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Chiefs make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now they face 2nd down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
2nd and 10 now. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Okay, ready?
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
He's trying another one deep. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, Kansas City. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch, or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Track 60. Go.
They'll come out throwing. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Here we go, here we go. Hut, hut.
Here he is to throw on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Let's go. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he drives this forward to the 6. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
They get 2 on the run, and that brings up 2nd and goal from the 4.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs now lead by 10. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11.
Titans 42.
The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. Returning it from the 4. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot. 19 Lion. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
Ready. Ready.
He's going to throw this one. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. Forced out to his right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Come on, set this side, fellas. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down. It's a gain of 4 there. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Buffalo 18. Go.
To throw here on 1st down. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ready?
They are throwing it again. Brought in close to the 8. And he drives it down to the 8 before going out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. Setting up the screen. Touchdown, Tennessee! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Here we go. The Titans setting up for a big 2-point attempt.
Let's go.
He's throwing for it. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. So just before the 2-minute warning, they're going to try to get it back with this onside kick. Oh, and this will be a turnover. It's recovered by the kicking team. Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag.
On the jump.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
Shut up. Trap 60. Left lane 19.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Man in motion here. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Let's go now. Hey, check out. Check out.
Another carry for him. And he'll be stopped after getting this down to the 31. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Here we go, set.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. This is biggest moment of the game so far. An important field goal try here. This one from 47 yards away. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level. They want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Setting up to pass. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now they have 3rd and short.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're left with 4th and short.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Come on, set. 18, pioneer. Ready.
One final shot here. Buys time, rolling right. Gets himself free. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time.